Hey there. Now, we all know one thing every business owner or entrepreneur needs these days is a professional website for their business or their brand. And in this video, I'm going to show you the easiest way to create a professional looking website for your business step by step. We're going to be using WordPress, and this entire process can be done in 45 minutes or less. This is the way I create websites for my business. It's way cheaper than hiring someone else to do it for me. And it's way better than using one of those free options. I mean, you can spot those free options like Wix a mile away. Now, if you don't have time to complete the process right now, make sure you go ahead and pop this video into your watch later file. And if you do have time, go and click on the first link in the description below. That will take you directly to the starting point. It will open in a new window, and you can follow along side by side, step by step, as I show you how to create your professional business website. If you need to stop and catch up, just go ahead and pause the video. And if you want to get started right now, but finish later, the first part of the process here takes about 9 minutes, and it can even be done on your mobile phone. Now, the other cool thing about this is once you learn this process, you can actually sell this service to other businesses if you'd like, have a little side hustle or something. So if you're ready to get started and create your professional business website fast and easy and really affordably, go ahead and click on that first link in the description below and let's get started. I'm going to show you how you don't have to spend $600, $1,000, $1,200, $2,000 to website developers to get a professional looking website. No matter who's going to hire you, no matter what business you're in, if you're going to be charging other people money, you need a website presence and it has to look professional. Almost worse than not having a website is having a website that's built on a free platform. Heck, the guy who I pay $25 a week to cut my lawn, okay, he has a professional looking website. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do right now. The cheapest, fastest, and easiest way to get your own professionally designed, professionally looking website up and running. The first thing we're going to need is hosting, someplace to store our website. Now, we're going to use Bluehost. I've used a lot of hosting providers over the last 6 years, and Bluehost is the best combination of reliability, speed, and affordability, hands down. Make sure you go ahead and use the link that I provided to get over to Bluehost to make sure you get the best price available. Once you get over to Bluehost, click on Get Started Now. If you are just running a simple website presence for your business, you're not going to have a lot of functionality on your website, then you're most likely going to be able to start with the basic package. This should be more than enough functionality for most people. So go ahead and select that one. Now, if you are an existing business that already has your domain name, your website URL, you're obviously going to go over to this side of the page. If you're a new business that does not have a domain name yet, or maybe you're a business that wants to change your domain name, then you're obviously going to go onto this side. Since the majority of the people will probably be in this boat over here, I'm going to go on this route. So what you want to do is type in your desired domain. If it's not available, they will let you know. I'm going to go with Madcam Media for this particular website. Now you can select anything you'd like, but I'd recommend going with .com. .net is okay, .org maybe in certain situations, but I really wouldn't go outside of those three. And I really recommend .com, because when somebody is looking into your business, especially if you're cold calling them or sending emails to kind of attempt to drum up some business, what they're going to do is they're going to first go to whoever your business name is and type in .com after that. We'd really like them to hit that on the first try. So we're going to go madcammedia.com and click next. And of course, you're going to enter your account information. I'm going to go ahead and enter this information, and then we're going to scroll down to the next section here in just a moment. Once you enter your information, you're going to go down to the package information, and you're going to have a couple of different options. First is the 36th month price. This is what gets you the website hosting for $3.95 a month and will be your cheapest option. Now, if you're an established business that's probably not going anywhere in the next 3 years, then I'd recommend going this route. If you're a new business, you're not sure if things are going to work out, then you can always select the basic 12-month price. This is still going to be probably one of the best prices in the industry, once again, for the speed and reliability that you're getting with Bluehost, and it's still only $5.95 a month. So we'll go ahead and select that route right now. When we go down here to the package extras. I am not under the impression that you need any of these things. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and get rid of all of these. That brings our total today down to $71. So I'm going to go ahead and get my credit card information in, and then I will hit agree to the terms and submit, and I'll meet you on the next page. Now that we've completed the purchase, we have our domain name and our hosting plan. If you want to collect payments on your website, maybe you want to consider this option. However, there are other options that I think are probably better as well. I can't say I actually have experience with PaymentSphere, but there are plenty of other options that you can integrate with your website in the future. So I'm going to go ahead and click no thanks right now. So now we're going to actually have to create our Bluehost account. So we'll go ahead and create our password. After you create your password, go ahead and log into your Bluehost account. Now this asks you to pick a theme that inspires you, but going this route is going to make it more difficult to actually get a professional looking website up and running because these are going to require some customization. So what we're going to do is actually going to skip this step right now. What's happening right now is they're actually automatically installing WordPress into our site. WordPress is an open source software. Don't worry, you don't have to get too technical here. Basically, it's the leading industry open source software that's going to be your content management system. This is how you're going to edit your website, publish your website, and this is going to be part of what makes it look professional. While you're waiting for this to load, you can go over to your email inbox that you use to sign up for Bluehost, and you can find this Bluehost activate your domain verification. This is just to make sure you are who you say you are. Go ahead and just verify your email, and you're all set with Bluehost on that. All right, once everything's done, you go ahead and click on the Start Building. Now, as you may have noticed on this last page, we'll go ahead and take a look at that. Actually, it's going to tell us to set up your domain privacy protection. We're a business. We want people to know who we are, so we do not need domain privacy. So what Bluehost is going to allow us to do is start setting up our website on this temporary domain. And then once our actual domain, which is in this case madcammedia.com, once that's ready, then they'll switch the whole site over. Everything we've done will then go over to the actual domain. Now, the reason that is because it takes a few hours for everything to come up, the site to propagate. But they're going to let us get started. Once again, this is going to be your WordPress dashboard. This is going to be kind of the behind the scenes or the back office of your website. Don't get too concerned if there is a lot of stuff over here on the left-hand side of this menu that is making you nervous. Once again, we are just using this for our content management system. We're going to be taking the easy way out. We're going to get a website published more easily than just simply using WordPress. Now, anytime you want to get back to here in the future, once your site is up and running, I should say, you're just going to type in your URL /wp-admin. And I'll show you what that looks right now on a website that I already have up and running. So if I wanted to manage the back office of, let's say, madcampublishing.com, which if we go over there right now, at the time of shooting, looks a little bit something like this. If we want to go ahead and make some changes, we would just type in the full address, then go /wp-admin. And that's going to take us to our WordPress login. Then we simply log into WordPress. And here we are in the back office that looks a lot like the one that we're seeing right now on the other screen. So the next piece of software that we're going to use is called Lead Pages. Lead Pages is what I use to make my websites look professional. It also is going to provide some functionality that may come in handy for you in the future. Now, I'm not going to talk about that right now because the point of this video is to teach you how to get a professional looking website set up quickly, easily, and for as cheap as possible without using the crappy free versions. But what I can say is you're probably never going to outgrow Lead Pages, so you can feel good about spending money on it. This is not a Band-Aid. This is great software that's affordable, that's easy to use. So let's go over to Lead Pages right now. Now I've provided a link for you to get over to Lead Pages as well, just to make sure you get to the right space and you're going to get the right pricing. Once you go ahead and get started, you can try this for free, but if you can see the pricing here, I think they give you 14 days free. Yep, they give you a 14-day free trial, so make sure you click that link that I provided, that way you get that free trial. What you're going to do is you're going to do the standard. This is all you're going to need to get started, and quite honestly, this is what I still use to this day. If you need additional functionality down the road, it's always easy to upgrade. Now, the $25 per month is very affordable. It pays for itself in the price of getting your website designed. And once again, this allows you to have control over the website to make changes if you need. This can be helpful if your business is growing and you need to add reviews. If you have a professionally designed website, not only are you going to have to spend more money up front, but every time you need to update it with more testimonials and reviews and things that can actually help your business do better, you're probably going to have to pay that website designer again. So once again, not only is this a cheaper way to get started, it allows you to take control of your website and update it as things go along. Now, you can, once again, $25 per month is billed annually. And if you're an established business, that's the way I'd recommend. If you do want to start off for a little bit cheaper, you can start off with the monthly option. Now, that is going to require that you spend more money per month. But once again, you don't have to lay out the whole $25 a month times 12 months up front. So it's entirely up to you. But either way, I recommend the standard. Once you make your decision, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and sign in. Now you can see I have a bunch of lead pages posted here, and we'll get to that in just a second. The first thing you're going to need to do is integrate this with your website. So what you want to do is go over to integrations. And once again, I just clicked on this little guy here and went over to integrations. If the dashboard looks a little bit different, don't worry, they change it all the time, but everything's going to be pretty much in the same spot. Once again, go to the guy and hit integrations. What you're going to want here is this is going to give you a bunch of different integrations, but what you want is you want to go down to the very bottom right hand corner and you want the Lead Pages WordPress plugin. Go ahead and click on that and then go ahead and download that file for you. After you get that file downloaded, go back to your WordPress dashboard of your site and go to the plugins section. Add new plugin is what we're going to do. We want to upload plugin, and we will choose the file that we just downloaded and just go ahead and upload that whole file as a zip file and click install now. Once it's uploaded, click on activate plugin and you're good to go. That plugin will now appear on the left hand side, and that is all you need to do. Next step will be go back over to Lead Pages to actually create the look and feel of our website. Once we're back at Lead Pages, just go ahead and click on either the home page here and click create new lead page, or you can also do that by clicking on that button as well. But that's exactly what we want to do. We want to create a new lead page. So what this is going to do is this is going to give us a bunch of pre-designed templates. And you can go ahead and scroll through all of these, there's tons of them, to see what you want your website to look like and feel like. And as you can see, they have a lot of different options that might be more specific to your business. For instance, if you have a real estate business, if you simply want to capture emails, if you're a personal trainer or own a gym. And the cool thing about all of these is they're all drag and drop templates. So they make getting things set up very easy. Later on down the road, if you want to use Lead Pages to actually collect payments on your website, they have pay or checkout pages as well, which is fantastic. That will require an upgrade, but it allows you to automatically implement the checkout page on your website. So let's go back up to one of the newer websites right now, and we'll just select this one right here. You can go ahead and take a view, get a preview of it, and as you can see, this is pretty basic, but it's got a lot of the stuff that you need. Once again, you'll just have to look through all the templates and see what you like. So go ahead and use this template, and we'll call this MadCam Media Homepage. Click on continue. Now, once again, it's to the point of drag and drop customization. And over here on this top left-hand side, you're going to have what are called widgets. And this is where you're going to create the cells that you can put information into. So for instance, if you want to add your logo to the top here, maybe you'd select on the image. You would drag that to wherever you want it to go. And if you actually wanted it above the title there, just go ahead and just move it around and it'll add it where you want it to go. Simply click on that, add the image. You can upload your logo very simply, just like you'd upload anything. Just select the file. I already have the MadCam Publishing logo in here, so I'll just go ahead and select that for now for the purposes of this demonstration. You can always preview how it looks along the way. You can see how it looks on desktop, you can see how it looks on mobile, you can see how it looks on tablets, and obviously you can scroll through to see how everything looks. Go ahead and exit the preview. If you don't like the way this looks, if it's too big, for instance, we go ahead and click on edit, and we can adjust the size of it. That way our logo doesn't take up half the page. You can make it clickable if you want. If you want your logo to go back to your home page, then you would just click on the link section right here, go to external URL, and this would be where you would put the URL of your home page or wherever you want it to go. And you can do that with any link, image, anything you'd like on your page. If you don't like something, simply delete it. If you want to get rid of an entire section, for instance, you don't want to talk about you personally, so you can get rid of this whole about you section by deleting that section right there. If you want to add a section, just simply go between any two sections, click on add a section. You can edit a section, changing the background. You can put an image, you can change the color. Very simple to do there. If you want to add more widgets to that, maybe you want to put a video describing your services, go ahead and select that. Then you can simply embed a YouTube video that you have hosted, or maybe if you have some other video hosting for your business, you could embed that right here. Let's go over to YouTube and pull up a video. And if we want to talk about, maybe I own an advertising agency and one of my services is what I call reverse targeting. So I want to have that video on my homepage. Go ahead and go to the share section here. We want to click on the embed tab. Usually if I'm putting videos on my website, I do not want to show suggested videos when the video finishes. Okay, I'll go ahead and uncheck that option. Go ahead and copy that embed code, go back to our website, paste it in this box right here, click save. Now it's going to embed that video right in the website. If you want to see what that looks like, just go ahead and click on the preview once again. Now we can see as we scroll down here, that video is going to be automatically embedded in our website. If we hit play, it automatically plays. If this was for your website and you wanted to talk about your services, obviously you would not want to serve ads on this video. And you can even make it an unlisted video if you'd like on YouTube. Other things you can do on lead pages is if you go over to the page tracking section here, you can type in your title. This is what will appear when people will search for you. So I might say something like MadCam Media and a little description about your business, selling your business. Let us handle your company's media and advertising needs. Companies. Oops. Call us today, or what have you. Go ahead and click on save that. If you want something different to show up when somebody shares it to Facebook, you can go under this tab here, but that is not really something that I've ever done. Over on the analytics here, this is where you're going to install your Facebook pixel if you want to do some Facebook retargeting, or you can install your Google Analytics code if you want to track your visitors. Since I do believe that installing your Google Analytics code is extremely important, Let's go over and check that out right now. This is a free service. Go over to Google Analytics. Signing into Google Analytics is free if you don't know, and you just use your any Gmail address or create a new one if you don't have one. If this is a new account, you won't see any of this information here. If it's an existing account, go ahead and click on the admin section. We want to create a new account. It's going to be a website. It's going to be Madcam Media. Madcam Media. And our website URL is going to be www.madcammedia.com. You can select your time zone. That way you can see what's happening on a day-by-day basis. And click Get Tracking ID. Accept their terms, of course. This is going to give you your global site tag or your website tracking code. Just go ahead and copy this code right here. Go back to your lead pages and install that in the header section and click Save. Now anybody who hits your website, it'll track that. You can see how many visitors you're getting every day. And this will give you a good idea of how many visitors are turning into customers. The last thing you want to do for your page, under Page Styles, is you want to click on the favicon. And you want to choose an image. What this is this is a little 16 by 16 pixel. It can be your logo. That's what I like to use. That shows up in the tab when people visit your website. So for instance, YouTube's favicon looks like this. Google Analytics looks like this. Bluehost looks like this. Lead Pages looks like this. So if you don't upload this right now, it's okay. Just when somebody goes to your website, in this case it would say Madcam Media right here, and it would still have these pages. Now obviously that's not the end of the world. If you don't want to go with this step, don't feel like you have to. However, if you do, let's go ahead and choose image. We'll choose the Madcam one. And we are set to go. Now all we do is hit publish. And we can see that this web page is live on the internet. And you can see up here, it says Madcam Media. There's our little favicon. Here's everything that we updated. There's the video that we embedded. Good to go there. The only problem is it's on this ugly URL, the lead pages URL, subdomain of lead pages. We want to actually get this on our website or on our URL. So what we're going to do is go back to the WordPress dashboard. And once again, if you need to get back here and you lost it, you're just going to go to your site /wp-admin to get logged in. Scroll down here to the lead pages section where we already installed that plugin. Just sign in with your lead pages information. This is the same login information that you use on lead pages. What we want to do is add a new lead page. And you can make this a normal page. For instance, if you wanted to create an About Us page that was under URL, in this case, madcammedia.com/about us, you could go that route. In this case, because it is a tutorial on how to get an easy website set up, go ahead and click on Homepage here. Down here is important because this is going to help your page load faster. It says Set Page Cache. You want them to no refetch each time someone visits. The thing is, we're not going to be split testing our home page here, so you want to click on Yes, cache this for improved performance. That way when someone hits your web page, it's going to load much more quickly. Now we want to actually select the lead page that we want to establish as the front page of our website. You may have to refresh this. If it is your first time, it might automatically be there. But what we're looking for is that lead page that we just created, which was Madcam Media homepage. Go ahead and select that and hit publish. Now we can view our lead page. Obviously, once they get this over to the regular domain, the madcammedia.com, this will just say madcammedia.com right here. But we're still on the temporary domain, but you can see it is no longer on the lead page's domain. In a couple hours, this will be all set and ready to go. If we go back over to Google Analytics and take a look, Go to our real-time analytics. Select traffic sources. We can see that one person, well actually two people because it's doubling up right now, are on our website, and that's us right now here, but that's also us right here on the inquired, the lead pages subdomain. We close that out. You can see in just a moment this will disappear. This will go back to 1, and I'll just close everything out so it's nice and easy to understand. And it takes just a second for the actual person to drop off once the window is closed. But the fact of the matter is everything is working correctly with our Google Analytics because it is showing the visitors on the website. So we are good to go. If you need to edit this, once again, you simply go back into lead pages, drag and drop, whatever you want to change, simple as can be. We'll go back to lead pages really quickly. We would just sign in. Select the page that we want to edit, in this case Madcam Media homepage. Then we could just edit it any way that we'd like. If we wanted to get rid of this, no problem. Let's say we wanted to put a link across the top to the About Us page. Simply install some text. Sometimes it's a little tricky to get on the very top. There you go. We could say About Us. If we wanted to change the color of that text so it shows up better, click on that. We can set it across on the right hand side as well. And then we could just simply make that a clickable link, open to an external URL. Click About. The URL would be Madcam. Excuse me. In the URL section, we would type http://www.madcammedia.com/about-us and click Save. We want that to open in the same window, so make sure this box is not checked. Go ahead and update that. Now it'll take a second for it to update over on the actual website, probably maybe an hour or so. I don't really know for sure, but it's not going to be instant. Then all we would do is go back to lead pages. We can either create a new lead page, or if we want to keep it kind of consistent across the board with our look and feel, just go ahead and duplicate this one. Make this the About Us page. Start building. The cool thing is it's going to keep all our page, our tracking in there, so we don't have to reinstall that every time. All we would do is just type in About Us, so that shows up differently. Save that. Of course, we would make this look however we wanted it to look. And then we would hit Publish once it was good to go. Go back to our WordPress dashboard. Once we're back at the WordPress dashboard, once again, we're going to go down to lead pages and add a new lead page. We want to make this a normal page. Go ahead and refresh this. We're looking for the About Us, the Madcam Media About Us. And if we scroll down to the bottom here, we want to make sure the full URL, remember we typed in About Us. The madcammedia.com will automatically populate. Just type in About-Us. That way it matches what we added to the home page. Click on Yes, Cache for improved performance, and click Publish. Go ahead and view the lead page. Everything looks good. Once again, we're still on the temporary domain, but if we go back to our home page, remember we made that URL or that image clickable. Oh, you can see Madcam Media is up and running now. We're actually on the full domain. It doesn't look like it has updated yet. We made that change adding the About Us, but if we want to make sure this updates right now, we'll go back to Edit Lead Pages, select Lead Pages, click on the home page. What I like to do is I switch this to no refetch, hit Publish. Go ahead and hit View. It's there. Then we can go ahead back to this and hit Yes, Cache, hit Publish. View lead page. Now if we go back to madcammedia.com, there we go. We refresh it, madcammedia.com. Our domain is up and running, so that really only took less than an hour. The About Us tab up here, if we click on that, it takes us over to the About Us page, which is still showing it's not ready. That's because everything's coming up right now. So it'll just take just a second, but we can see that the URL is working out correctly. So once that is up and running, everything will be good to go. And then you can simply add navigation to your page if you'd like, going that route. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Once again, this is the quickest, easiest, fastest way I know to get a professional looking website that you can control, you can modify. It's going to make your business look fantastic, and you can adjust to meet the needs of your growing business. So once again, click on the links that I provided to you to get this signed up. I highly recommend going this route. I've been doing this for 6 years, and this is my preferred way to get a professional looking website up and running. Thanks for watching.